Module 4, we're going to be looking at some departure information, equipment on the apron, and taxi instructions. This is a list of some of the differences in words that you will hear when flying in FAA and ICAO airspace. It would be impossible to produce a complete list. No air traffic controller uses perfect phraseology. If you don't understand our last transmission, ask for clarification. We would much rather clarify our instructions than to have a miscommunication. The more fluent you are in English, it will be easier for you to understand a transmission if the phraseology is less than perfect. The Automated Terminal Information System, or the ATIS. This is an efficient way for air traffic control to get pilots the information that we have to give every aircraft about weather, airports, runways, and approaches in use. The ATIS will also contain information about the runway conditions and equipment outages. At some airports, this information is automatically generated, and instead of hearing a controller, you will hear a computer-generated voice. We call this a digital ATIS. The picture on the screen is what is available in the cockpit. If a digital ATIS is in use, some of you may be able to get a printout of the ATIS in the cockpit. If you have access to a digital ATIS, a lot of pilots will also make getting that information a part of their pre-departure habits. It makes planning departures just a little bit more predictable. The ATIS will change every hour, usually in the first 10 minutes or so of the hour, or more frequently if there is a pertinent change. The ATIS will change every hour, usually in the first 10 minutes of the hour, or more frequently if there are important changes. This will happen when there is a change in the airport runway in use, a significant change in visibility, etc. Make sure that you have the most current version. This is an example of the Miami ATIS. Listen to how much information is available.
Miami International Airport ATIS Information Foxtrot 1853 Zulu. Wind 110 at 10. Visibility 10. 3,200 scattered. 16,000 scattered. 30,000 scattered. Temperature 32. 2.23. Altimeter 3005. Approaches are being conducted to parallel, converging and intersecting runways. Arrivals expect ILS runway 8 right, ILS runway 9er, ILS runway 12, localizer DME runway 8 left. Runway 12, runway 9er. All aircraft landing runway 9er or runway 12 can expect to land and hold short. Notify Miami approach if unable. Notices to airmen. Runway 9er Melser out of service. Runway 8 right precision approach path indicator out of service. Dolphin VOR out of service. Numerous cranes vicinity airport. Check current node times. Operate transponder with mode C on all taxiways and runways. Bird activity vicinity airport. Hazardous weather information for Miami area available from Miami Flight Watch Miami Flight Service Station. All aircraft read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitude advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
Most air traffic facilities will have a checklist similar to this to use to help the person that is making the ATIS to be accurate.
Miami International Airport ATIS Information X-ray 2153 Zulu. Wind 120 at 13. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 3,000. 4,800 broken. 25,000 broken. Temperature 26. 2.20. Altimeter 3005. Departing runways 8 left. 8 right, 9er, 1 2. Our nav departure will be assigned heading. Approaches are being conducted to parallel converging and intersecting runways. Arrivals expect ILS runway 8 right, ILS runway 9er, ILS runway 12, our nav GPS runway 8 left. Runway 12, runway 9er. Aircraft landing runway 9er or runway 12 can expect to hold short. Notify approach if unable. Notices to airmen. Runway 9er Melser out of service. PHKVOR out of service. Numerous cranes vicinity airport. Check current NOTAMs. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on taxiways and runways. Bird activity vicinity airport. Hazardous weather information for Miami area available from Flight Watch Miami Flight Service Station. All aircraft read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitude. CPDLCDCL service operational advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
We'll have both an arrival and departure ATIS.
Miami International Airport ATIS information Romeo 0253 Zulu 1300 at 7. Visibility 7. Light rain. Few clouds at 2,500. 3,800 overcast. Temperature 22. 2.21. Altimeter 3011. Approaches are being conducted to parallel converging and intersecting runways. Arrivals expect ILS runway 8 right, ILS runway 9er, ILS runway 12, localizer DME runway 8 left. Aircraft landing runway 9er or runway 12 can expect to hold short. Notify approach if unable. Departing runways 8 left, 8 right, 9er, 12. Our nav departure will be assigned heading. Notices to airmen. Numerous cranes vicinity airport. Check current NOTAMs. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on taxiways and runways. Bird activity vicinity airport. Hazardous weather information for Miami area available from ATC. All aircraft read back all hold short instructions and assigned altitude. CPDLCDCL service operational. Advise on initial contact. You have information Romeo.
When you call clearance delivery to get your clearance, the only thing that I need to hear is your identification. What is your destination? Do you have the current ATIS? And what gate or parking spot are you coming from? I know, I use this phrase a lot, but the key to communication is clear and concise. In busy airspace, ground control, or clearance delivery, either the controller or pilots will be taking up almost all available radio time. There simply isn't time for unnecessary verbiage. Remember in Module 1 when we talked about how controllers will handle the frequency by using the word break when we don't have time for readbacks? Now imagine the problems it causes when a pilot checks in with the phraseology in the previous examples. And yes, it happens a lot. Answer Delta gives clearance delivery all of the information that they need. Which air traffic control facility and position are you calling? What is your call sign? Your greeting, which is optional. What is it that we can help you with? In this case, an IFR clearance. And do you have the ATIS? You may wish to include a greeting. Sometimes it may be good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Some of you may wish to substitute that with Happy Thanksgiving, Happy New Year, or Happy Holidays. If we aren't busy, it's nice to hear. If it's a holiday celebrated in your country, but not in hours, let us know. Maybe it's the 7th day of September.